The world as we know it has some amazing things coming in different shapes and sizes. And although normally most of us have memories or are capable of remembering the bigger things in life, it's sometimes the smaller things and places that really give us a nice, quaint, and peaceful look towards life and ourselves. And with that being all said and done, today here on FTD Facts, we are going to look at the 10 smallest countries in the entire world by land size. Which one is your favorite? Well, let us know at the end of this video. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to FTD Facts, the channel where we talk about people, cultures, and places from all around the world. Now, today, as you see in the title and from my little intro, little segment, we are talking about those small little countries, the ones that are actually, believe it or not, they got some really cool facts about them, and they might even surprise even you. But my name is Dave Wappel. I think we should just get right into this video. But wait, before we do that, if you guys really like these kind of videos and you want us to look at like maybe the larger countries, or maybe even look at even smaller islands around the world that you don't even know about, well, hit those like buttons, guys, because if you guys like these types of videos, well, then we know that we just got to do more. Because if we get like maybe 5,000 likes, then I'll do like the smallest islands in the world that you should know about. All right, so we're going to start off with the 10th smallest. Let's take a look at the country known as Malta. Now, Malta is just, wow, one beautiful, beautiful country, but don't take my word for it. Take a look for yourself. Of course, Malta is just a beautiful place. Many people love to go on Instagram and put the hashtag I'm at Malta because it's just so peaceful and elegant. Now, it has a type of government known as the Republic of Malta, and the entire area consists of actually 3 islands. Located directly south of Italy and Sicily, it is actually part of the European Union, which blew me away. I didn't actually think it was. It is also considered one of the smallest and most densely populated countries and islands with over 475,000 people as of a 2018 estimate. And actually, at one point, Malta was actually operated and pretty much owned by the British, but then again, they pretty much owned half the world at one point. And the island itself served as a station for the British Mediterranean Fleet. But in today's world, it is now a major tourist attraction and home to over 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites or zones. And as for some of the megalithic temples that are within Malta, they are some of the oldest freestanding buildings in the entire world. And as for Malta, she comes in at 10th with 316 kilometers square. All right, moving right along, let's take a look at the Maldives or Maldives. I don't exactly know how you pronounce it. I guess it changes from whatever accent or from whatever region you're from. Now, the Maldives is another amazing place to go for vacation. It's famous for its peaceful little water huts, or more correctly known as water villas, which are located all over the amazing beaches within the country. Of course, this is a place where many celebrities like to go and take a lot of photos, but is located within the Indian Ocean, directly southwest of India. Now, one fascinating thing about the Maldives is it's made up of 25 atolls, which are rigid, sharp reefs formed by coral. And because of this, it's considered one of the world's most geographically dispersed countries. As well, it's one of the world's lowest countries, coming in with an average height of 1.5 meters high. Not gonna lie, guys, I would hate to be in the Maldives in the middle of typhoon season or whenever there's, a tsunami, because I feel like a wave would just take all those water huts and just wash them right away. But because of its major importance, it actually also has 31 protected areas within the country. And for the size of this country, it comes in at 298 kilometers square. Coming up at number 8, we've got St. Kitts and Nevis. Now, this is one where I can actually say I've had the pleasure to travel to. St. Kitts is, man, it's just a beautiful, beautiful island. I was there for one day and I loved every second of it, and I would love to go back. Located in the Caribbean near the British and Virgin US Islands, it has the reputation of being the smallest sovereign state within the Western Hemisphere in land and population. It is also one of the first islands to have been settled by the Europeans when it came to American exploration, and currently, to date, it operates within Commonwealth rules. That's right, Queen Elizabeth II is actually the head of state for this country. And as of 2016, it is estimated that it has approximately 54,821 people and a land size of 261 kilometers square. Number 7, the Marshall Islands. Located northeast of Papua New Guinea, near the Federated States of Micronesia, the Marshall Islands are spread over 29 coral atolls, and it is also one beautiful place. With over 1,156 individual islands and an estimated population of 53,066 people, this little island might surprise you because it is home to the world's largest shark sanctuary, coming in with an estimated 2,700,000 to 4,600,000 square kilometers of protected waters. And if one is to go shark fishing in the Marshall Islands, they have to do a catch and release system. And the Marshall Islands comes in at 7th with 181.43 kilometers square. Number 6, Liechtenstein, a nice little landlocked country settled within the heart of Europe. Not actually a country with sandy beaches, but it's pretty in its own way with its mountainous terrain. Liechtenstein is known for its constitutional monarchy headed by the Prince of Liechtenstein. Economically, this country has one of the highest GDPs per capita based off of the purchasing power parity. And for this GDP per capita, according to the CIA World Factbook, it's number 1 in the world. And as of 2018, that GDP was $98,232. Also, this country stands out strong as having the lowest unemployment rate in the entire world, coming in at 1.5%. Keep in mind, that is coming from a country that has a population of 38,111 people. And despite its population size, there may be something to learn from this country, but as for Liechtenstein's land size, it comes in at 160 kilometers square. Number 5, San Marino, a country that is surrounded completely by Italy and is located in the northeastern part of the country. Although it is one of the most prosperous countries when it comes to the GDP and GDP per capita with purchasing power parity, it, very much like Liechtenstein, also has the lowest unemployment rates in all of Europe. And above all, San Marino is a country that is not listed to have any debt. Now keep in mind that's because there's really no actual reports based off of it, but right now it has no debt, at least officially. Strangely enough, out of every country in the world, this has the highest amount of vehicles per person. And reports say this country has 1,263 cars per 1,000 people. Also, that means there's just more cars than there are people. That's nuts. But overall, San Marino has a population of 33,285 people as of a 2016 estimate, and its land size comes in at 61.2 kilometers square. Number 4, Tuvalu, located directly east of the Solomon Islands and kind of southeast of those Marshall Islands that we just talked about. And for the longest time, it was under the British rule until of October 1st of 1978, and by the year 2000, it became its own independent nation. And although a very beautiful island, it is not really a big place that people go to visit on vacation, but that may change in years. Currently, the population of this country sits at only 10,640 people as of a 2012 estimate, and it has a land size of 26 kilometers square. Number 3, now this one's going to be a hard one to pronounce. It's, I think, pronounced Nauru. I hope I got that one right. Also located near Tuvalu, it was settled by the people from Micronesia and Polynesia as far back as 1000 BC. Now, it was claimed by the German Empire in the 19th century, but after World War I, it was given to Australia. As for Nauru, it's also seen some history in the Second World War, as it was occupied by Japanese soldiers. And although most of the Navy actually bypassed this island, it was in 1968 that the country gained its own independence. And by that time, the country was also heavily dependent on phosphate reserves. The country also has a population of 10,084 people, and unfortunately, currently, this country doesn't have enough money to have a fully functioning government, simply because the phosphate reserves were tapped dry, and thus, in today's world, about 90% of the country is unemployed. And as for this country, it has a land size of 21 kilometers square. Number 2, we're getting it right there. We gotta talk about Monaco. Oh yeah. Located east right beside Nice, France, and along the border of Italy, and of course right on the side of the Mediterranean Sea, this is one country that many people will know. Not only is it one of the smallest countries, but it is also the second smallest but most densely populated country in the world. A place that is known for its money, as 30% of the population has been classified as millionaires. And even though it is a rich country, it is actually not part of the EU. And many of you may wonder, why is this country not part of France? Well, it gained its independence in 1911. And also, besides hosting the Grand Prix every single year, it is also a country that has no tax or low business taxes, thus making it a tax haven for many businesses around the world. Currently, Monaco has a population of 38,400 people and a land size of 2.020 kilometers square. And number one, the last and smallest country on the entire planet is Vatican City. Indeed, you probably guessed this one, and of course, a place that is ruled by the Pope would need to have its own sort of government. Similar to San Marino, it is a country that is completely surrounded by Italy. With a population of easily estimated 1,000 people, the country itself is basically one giant UNESCO World Heritage Site. But as for the smallest nation in the world, it gained its independence on February 11th, 1929. And even during the Second World War, German troops might have occupied the city, but they respected its position on neutrality. And for this country, it makes up most of its money from people visiting museums, buying post stamps and cards, and other items of tourism. And as for the Vatican City, it comes in at the smallest at 0.44 kilometers square. So there you have it, guys. That is a look at some of the smallest countries in the entire world. What did you think about this? And out of curiosity, which one of these countries would you want to live in? My name's Dave Walpole, and thank you guys for tuning in and learning about these awesome but small little nations. And if you guys want to learn more about small nations, well, hit those like buttons, because if we do that, we'll maybe do a part 2. They're not going to be the smallest, but maybe we'll just go up higher and higher and higher. Or, like I said, maybe we'll look at some of the smallest islands that are in the Pacific Ocean, or even in the Atlantic Ocean. You guys just hit those like buttons, because that'll be a good gauge for us to know the kind of stuff that you want to see. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down there in the box below. And of course, be sure to check me out on Instagram. You guys can always leave me a DM for other suggestions if you want to reach me personally. Link for that in the description box below. And that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Okay? Cool. Bye-bye. Alright, so you made it to the end of an FTD Facts video. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys really liked this one, but don't forget to check out our other videos on other countries around the world. You'll be actually surprised when you finish watching these videos. You'll be like, wow, I know something that I didn't know. And yeah, you can impress your friends. So check them out, and until then, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.